What's up, guys? Crypto Muser here. We are swimming in a sea of red this morning. Huge dip last night. Bitcoin down almost, or a little over 10% now. Ethereum down almost 13%, and XRP down 10%. I need everybody just to relax for a second. I want everybody to zoom out, look at the big picture, stop looking at your portfolios, because that price means nothing. The only price that matters is the price where you sell. Remember that. The only price that matters is when you sell. Just like when you dollar cost average into assets, you want dollar cost average out of assets. Meaning you want to set price targets where you sell portions of your asset as price rises into profit. So the only thing you should be looking at is at your set prices where you're gonna sell. Okay? Looking at your portfolio on days like this is just messing with your emotions. And the last thing you want to do is bring emotion into this. I've been into this in this asset class for almost 4 or 5 years now. When I see dips like this, it's nothing to me. I feel nothing, because I've seen dips like this. I've seen worse dips like this. And there's a reason why we're in this market in the first place. We're here for the volatility. If we wanted 2, 3, 4% gains, we'd be in the stock market. So we need to remember, why we're in this asset class in the first place. And it's for that volatility. And we've seen dips like this before, like I said. So everybody just needs to, relax. I think I saw the fear and greed index at 10 this morning. 10. So the average retail investor is in extreme fear. And we can't be the average retail investor, because those are the guys that get burnt in this market. Those are the people that capitulate into the fear and sell on the dips like this. And that's the last thing you want to do. The biggest thing that I preach in this market is patience. Patience. Because the people that make it in this market are the patient ones. When I buy an asset, I set a price target when I want to sell, and I don't even look at it until we get close to that price target. I don't mess with my emotions like that. Why would I look at my portfolio when we're down, 30, 40% on the month? It makes no sense. I know where this asset class is going, and if you've done your research and you're in this asset class, then you know where it's going in the future. So stop looking at short-term price action. Step back, look at some long-term charts, look at the 2-day, look at the week chart, and you can see that this is going up, guys. We are in an uptrend still. On the shorter time frames, yeah, it looks pretty bad. It looks like we're going down, but that's why you need to zoom out. That's why it's about looking at the big picture in this market. You see how this is growing. We were at $50 billion market cap just a year and a half ago. Now we're at 2 trillion, and a couple months ago we were at 3 trillion. So know how much this market is growing, and don't take this month of downtrend to scare you out of this market. Be patient and know where you are. So just wanted to start with that, and let's get into a couple of things. So I saw this is Will Clemente, I believe. Let me just go back just to make sure. Yeah, Will Clemente put up this chart, and anybody who says that the stock market and the crypto market aren't correlated is just lying to you. And there's data showing that exact thing, and this chart just shows it perfectly. So yesterday, we see both markets move up together in the morning, and then as the afternoon comes in, you see it start to turn around, and then they both just dip together. Obviously the crypto market's open 24/7, and the stock market closes at 4:30 and 5:30 for after hours trading. But as the hours went into the evening, into the night, crypto kept dipping. So, and it wasn't just the crypto market or the stock market. This was the world markets as a whole. You saw the European markets fall, you saw the Asian markets fall, and why did they fall? I have an idea. A lot of people have their ideas, and honestly, I see a lot of just FUD out there. But my idea is that we've seen these inflation scares for the last couple months or so, and we see the data there. So there is inflation happening. We see all around us the price of everything going up, and I think it's been anywhere from 7 to 9%, depending where you are in the world. But obviously it's there. But then you see the Fed chair Jerome Powell come out saying that he wants to slow down liquidity injections or quantitative easing, and he also wants to higher interest rates. So just by him saying that, he hasn't even started it yet. We haven't even started to, slow down the spending. We haven't even started to raise interest rates. But just by him coming out and saying that, puts fear in the markets. And we're starting to see that fear show its teeth in the markets. And like I said, it's not just the crypto markets and the stock market, it's the world markets as a whole. So what do I see in the coming weeks, coming months? I think that these markets will slowly, adapt to the current conditions. I think we've seen peak inflation. I think a lot of people have been saying that. We've seen the peak inflation. If not, it's close to the peak of inflation. So I think, as inflation gets to its peak and starts slowing down, I think that the world markets as a whole will start to, the sentiment will come back, and we'll stop being so reactive to these, inflation scares. And I think that, the markets will do well in the coming months. They will rebound, and I believe we're going to have a prosperous 2022. So let's get into the reasons why I think that. So first off, I retweeted this from Blockworks. This is: the crypto revolution is moving fast. Take control of your financial freedom and join the revolution. This is the New York mayor now who wants to convert his paychecks into Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you're seeing a lot of this around now. You're seeing, mayors and people like athletes and musicians starting to take their salary in crypto, which, just shows you how much this space is growing. You didn't see anything like this, last year or the year before. As we see more and more of this happening, we're going to see this space start to mature, and you're going to see more of this. I believe you're going to see, half of the athletes or half of the musicians start taking their salaries in crypto. So huge news. Just along the same lines, survey says 94% of financial advisors have received crypto questions from their clients. So 94%, guys. This just goes to show that there are way more people out there that are going to get into crypto in this year, in the coming weeks and months and years. 94%, guys. That's huge. I think I saw a number, I think it was 20% of Americans now hold crypto in some form. And I think it's around 40 to 45% that own stocks in the US. I think you're going to see that 20% rise above the stock market. I think you're going to see that 20% get up to 50+%, because the crypto market is more accessible to the average person. If someone has, the average person that has $15,000 to invest, if they put that in the stock market, yeah, they could maybe make that 4 or 5, 10% gains, but that's not life changing. But you put that 15% in the crypto market, you're talking about life changing money. You're talking about 5xing, 10xing your money. That's a huge thing for the average investor. So I think you're going to see, the average American start to get more and more involved with crypto. Like I said, that 20% is going to turn, who knows, man, it could turn to 60, 70% at some point, because it just doesn't make sense to hold your money in banks that you get no interest, and these banks use your money to make money. And it just makes more sense as the average investor to put your money in crypto. And I think it's going to show more and more as the months and years go on, because it's going to become, just more of a better option to put your money. So moving on to another great story here. I saw Russia saying they wanted to ban crypto, and I saw that as such a bullish thing. And I wanted to tweet something up, but then he beat me to the punch, and I think he explains it perfect. When oppressive regimes or dictatorships try to ban crypto, that's bullish, not bearish. Here's why. They are acknowledging that crypto/blockchain technology is highly disruptive, the highest level of disruption in fact. Guys, yes, it's so disruptive. And this is why these, communist regimes and dictatorships are coming after crypto. And that's why, honestly, that's why the SEC is coming after crypto so hard, because, the big banks, they see this as a disruptive technology. The banks, the politicians, they've been doing great. The Wall Street lobbyists have been paying off politicians for years and making money, and they've been doing great. But the average person, the average investor, has not. So what is crypto doing? It's kind of leveling the playing field for all of us. So you're going to see more and more of governments, the powers that be, the dictatorships, the Congress, the communist regimes. They're obviously going to try to ban crypto, but there's no way. This train has left the station, man. There's no stopping it now. So they can do this all they want, but this is just bullish in my opinion, because it just shows you that they see this as a disruption in their whole scheme in the world, where they make all the money and they leave us all the crumbs. So like I said, I think this is so bullish. So it's just great to see. Another bullish thing in the market. So this guy, 140 billion asset management firm considers launching crypto fund. So I believe this is an investment group, Man Group, which manages $140 billion in assets. Everybody's talking crypto in one form or another, Ellis said. Firm analysts suggest Bitcoin's volatility is less bubble behavior and more price discovery mechanism of a genuinely new asset class. So we're going to see more and more of this, guys, in the coming months to years. More institutions are going to come into this market, and it's going to be great for us because we've been in this, or some of us have been in this for years, and now finally, like we've been talking about for years, these institutions are finally going to come in and put their money in these assets. And another great story here, CEO of financial services giant Charles Schwab calls cryptocurrencies hard to ignore. We would welcome the chance if the opportunity presents itself from a regulatory standpoint, said Charles Schwab, CEO, on Wednesday. So the biggest way we get these institutions involved has always been regulation. And I believe someone in the SEC just said a couple days ago that there's plenty of regulation. We don't need more regulation in the crypto space. There's already a regulatory framework that you guys should abide. So untrue. Couldn't be further from the truth. And just to reiterate that, Charles Schwab is saying that there's not enough regulatory regulation in the market for him to start a crypto fund. So obviously there's not enough regulation. We need real regulation in this market to grow. And, for these big institutions to come in, I mean, look at this institution. How much money here? I saw this down here. Charles Schwab is one of the world's largest financial services firms with assets under management of over $7.5 trillion, guys. That's a lot of money. And that's just one firm. So you're going to see more and more of these, big institutions getting into crypto in the coming months and years. And, the biggest thing I keep saying, the SEC is trying to stop this. The SEC, I've said time and time again, it's run by the big banks. They're trying to slow crypto down, but, we need, Congress to step in and give us real regulation in this market so we can grow and mature as an asset class. So just wanted to come on today and just show you these big stories, just to show you that, this market is moving, guys. As much as the short-term price action is scaring investors and putting fear in the market, we need to remember that this market is growing every day, and we need to remember why we're here. The crypto train has left the station, and it's only begun. It's only begun its journey into the new world of financial inclusion, with a level playing field for all involved in the space. So just remember that. Remember where you are. Remember why you're here. And I'll just leave you there, guys. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do not take anything I say or write as financial advice. This is only for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please like and subscribe so I can get this news out to you guys more and grow this channel. But thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.